Hey, it's me again, Vicki Marie. So I'm really trying to catch up now with anytime I see anything interesting, I can record it quickly. After my holidays, and the video's a bit hit and miss. I'm really trying to sort of getting into the swing of making lots of videos now. So as you know, I've got the live stream tomorrow, which will be the 3rd of August at 7:30 with the footage of when I went to the River Wire, when I went to St. Michael's. Oh, I want to say thank you. I've received a couple of super chats. A lady called, well, I hope she don't mind me saying it, Caroline, she's quite often sends me a super chat, so thank you very much for that. And thank you, I've got a new member. Thank you for joining. And so I just wanted to say that first. Anyway, let's get on with this video. So just something that I saw, and I thought, I know my subscribers, my chatters, my members, you'll all be interested in this. Now, apparently, in the Lancashire Live, they've given details of how much the inquest, Nicola's inquest, cost. And I'm going to share it with you. We're going to look at it together. So let's see. Oh, it's all our fault, though, of course. It's all our fault. It's TikTokers, YouTubers, armchair detectives. It's all our fault. It's all our fault that it cost as much money as it did, apparently. So, well, we'll see. So this was in the Lancashire Live. Nicola Bully inquest costs revealed amid extra security, amid TikTok fears. I mean, it's just ridiculous, isn't it, the way they say it? A Freedom of Information request has revealed the extent to which Lancashire County Council had to put in extra security measures in light of the public attention following Nicky's disappearance and death. Now, it's funny that they say this because lots of people have put in Freedom of Information reports and been denied. Oh, suddenly this Freedom of Information report has popped up because it casts aspersions on social media. So it's by Amy Fenton. I've seen a couple of reports by her, which I thought were quite good. But anyway, let's see. So Lancashire County Council bosses were forced to spend thousands of pounds on additional security measures amid fears that armchair detectives would disrupt the inquest into the death of Nicola Bully, Lancs Live can exclusively reveal. And this makes me so angry because actually the only person or people that caused any problems from what I heard at Nicola Bully's inquest were her own friends who were getting nasty with people, etc. So the disappearance of 45-year-old Nicola, known as Nicky, sparked widespread public attention, which forced people to carry out several arrests and warn people not to visit the small Lancashire town of St. Michael's-on-Wye, where she had last been seen. Social media ghouls, armchair detectives, that's us, and TikTok influencers spread vile conspiracy theories about Nicky's disappearance, targeting those closest to her. When her body was found, more than 3 weeks after she went missing, the internet was awash with speculation as to how the mum of two had died. I mean, it's just, yes, it was, because we still don't know how she died. We still haven't had all our questions. I've just gone for a red flag interview this morning. We haven't had our questions answered. We're not ghouls. Yeah, we're not spreading vile conspiracy theories. We just want to know what actually happened rather than just speculation about what happened. Anyway, when an inquest into Nicky's death started at County Hall in Preston on June the 26th, Lancashire's senior coroner, Dr. James Aidley, addressed a packed council chamber and issued a stern warning. He said if anybody has the slightest inclination or is contemplating disrupting this inquest, they should be aware that this may amount to contempt of court. Now, the other thing this reporter doesn't mention is, in fact, in the end, only about 30 people from the public actually went to the inquest. It was very empty. Doesn't mention that. The planning of the inquest had taken months, with security a clear priority. Inquests are public hearings, but amid fears that those who had disrupted the investigation into Nikki's disappearance. So people who had disrupted the investigation, the police totally cocked up the investigation, but no, it's social media ghouls, TikTok influencers. It's all their fault. Might turn up. Both the public and press were required to register in advance. Now, I think the reason for that, it was nothing to do with that. It was just so that they could control the amount of numbers, wasn't it? On the morning of June the 26th, mounted police officers patrolled the streets around County Hall. Road closures were put in place to allow parking for TV crews. TV crews! Oh, so they're not media ghouls, not the mainstream media, no, just social media. And barriers were erected at the main entrance. Well, I've seen photos of it. I knew people that were there. It was very quiet, it was very low-key, and the only person who caused, or people that caused any problems, were Nicola's own friends, supposed friends. So, that's just rubbish. Anyway, private security firm FGH provided guards to man the doors of the building and the rooms inside, while one was even stationed at Preston Coroner's Court in Fulwood. One, in case anybody decided to turn up there. Yes, somebody was stationed there to tell them if they turned up there, they'd come to the wrong place. Oh my God. Talk about making a drama out of a crisis. The majority of coroner's officers and clerks were involved in the running of the inquest, and several other events had to be moved elsewhere at cost. Landslive understands the cost to the coroner's office of the additional expert evidence and investigations into the circumstances of Nikki's death ran into tens of thousands of pounds. So what are they actually saying? That shouldn't have been paid, that they shouldn't have been expert evidence? Is that because of armchair detectives and social media ghouls? Is that why? Don't they do that for most people? That isn't the whole point of an inquest, to establish the cause of death as professionally as possible? In the run up to the inquest, the coroner's court had been inundated with phone calls and letters from individuals who put forward their own theories. Well, I did write to him. I didn't put forward a theory, but I did write to him. So Landslive can now exclusively reveal that Lancashire County Council was forced to spend a total of £11,049.70 in order to hold the inquest at County Hall. This included FGH, where's it gone? FGH security staffing £4,114.80, security sundries, bags, tags, lanyards, badges, barrier hire £378.72, auditel engineer £1,600, auditel engineer. Well, that'd be more for the mainstream media, really, wouldn't it? Catering £331.18. Relocation of pre-booked events and meeting £3,675, and traffic management team £950. So are they saying then that, you know, and maybe I know it's a lot of money. Of course it's a lot of money. It doesn't seem like that much. I thought they were going to say it was about 50,000. The council wasn't charged for additional police patrols, despite the inquest concluding that Nikki's death was nothing more than a tragic accident. Her family said, hang on, let me get back to that. They were still being tormented by social media abuse. No, that's not. Hang on, where did that go? All these adverts. Well, where's it going? Gosh, it's just jumping around this. They said in a statement read out by their lawyer. So remember, this was actually at the inquest. Sadly, we still feel the need to raise and address the issue of social media. It's upsetting that we continue to receive negative targeted messages. Well, I certainly wouldn't send them a message. And still wildly inaccurate speculation being shared on numerous platforms. We encourage people to look at the facts, the evidence which had been heard during the inquest, and the conclusion reached by the coroner. To ignore any amateur views and opinions and be mindful of the impact that words bring. Well, do you know, if the inquest would have been conducted properly and not just pure speculation in itself, people would accept it. People would accept it. We know we've been through all the different, well, probably not even all of them, but a lot of the concerns that people have. So they're not addressing the concerns. Anyway, if we look at the comments below, it's quite interesting because, yeah, could somebody please put me out of my misery and list me the facts, not assumptions, hearsay or possibilities presented in the inquest. Cold, hard facts. I understand it was Lancashire Live who first reported Nicola was seen at 9:15 and the dog was discovered an hour later, not 15 minutes later as stated in the inquest. And could you present the extra over cost to the normal cost of an inquest? This article is misleading, stirring up a social media frenzy again. And in future Lancashire Live, please can you consider only printing cold hard facts and not present your articles in such a misleading way? And then Nosybod says, and this is true, don't people deserve this? Anyway, they're presenting it as if it's something unusual, but people deserve this when their loved ones is not sure what happened to them. People who have family members missing must feel so disappointed there hasn't been as much coverage for them. And then Lisa says, I have never seen that much coverage in my life. Other deaths and disappearances don't get that amount of press. And Budgie Smuggler says, and Lancashire Live played their part in the frenzy too, posting around half a dozen stories about her each day. You know, the way they make it out to be social media. It was all over Lancashire Live. It was all over it. Anyway, so then I tried to look at, you know, what the average cost of an inquest would be. Can't find it anywhere. If you manage to find how much an inquest costs normally, let me know. And the other thing, though, that I did find that I thought was interesting, what is the coroner's average salary in the United Kingdom? And it's not that much. I mean, it's a good, you know, 27,000, nearly 28,000 a year. It's not a massive salary, is it? See, now they do, you know, struck me as odd this. So so the average is 27. They may earn, like Mr. Adley's an experienced. Well, no wonder he has to do a TV program to supplement his income. So he may be possibly making up to 35,000 a year. But I don't know why I thought it would be. To be honest, I did think it would be a lot more than that. So yeah, there's some vacancies there, active jobs with salaries. So what did you think? Did you think a coroner would earn more than that? I thought it'd be more of a 50,000 type salary. Actually, I need to show you the tab. Let me show you the tab. So yeah, how much does a coroner make in the United Kingdom? 27,904 average. So it could be as low as 23,462 or as high as 35,334. It doesn't strike me a lot for a coroner. What do you think? Now, I think actually, while I'm here, I'm going to have a look at how much a home office forensic pathologist earns. Let's see if I can see this. Forensic pathologist, gosh, it's all long words. Get paid. Yeah, so that's more what I thought a coroner would earn as well. Average forensic pathologist. Oh, right, let me go on and share it with you. So round about 54,495 pounds a year. Well, it could go up to as much as 97,000 pounds a year. So that's the average. It's interesting. Yeah, very interesting. So that's more what I thought a coroner would be earning, but no, they're not. So what do you think about that? Do you think that's not enough? Well, we're not very impressed with the coroner, that coroner. I was very impressed with the coroner when my partner unfortunately died and that had to go to the coroner. I was quite impressed with him. He was lovely. It was very, but I suppose it was more of a cut and dried case. So yeah, so basically it's our fault why the inquest costs so much. So we don't know how much an average inquest costs. Nothing to do with the Lancashire Lives themselves. They didn't report on it at all or stir up things or no, it was the armchair detectives and the TikTok ghouls. It was all us, and it's all our fault, and we're not respecting the facts. Aye, what a load of rubbish. Okay, so I just thought you might be interested in that. And so remember to live and love very wisely, very carefully. And until I see you again, may your God go with you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, please.